Look at women, you know, live deliciously, all that kind of stuff. They're just signs, more signs, that's America. It's talking about America, man. You know?
Go ahead.
Yeah, verse 4. And it says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
That's it. That's it. So that's talking about what, first of all, that's really talking about the chariots, and the chariots beam you up. But then it's talking about also spiritually depart. But like he's made it an application because he saw a vision of the end come out of our people because they're gonna get beamed up in them chariots, man. But where? Out of what? That great city. You know, have you got a precept?
Yeah, come. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh. And the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds.
Ouch!
To meet the Lord in the air.
Nice.
And so shall we ever be with the Lord.
So his people gonna get beamed up, man. But out of what? Out of Babylon, that great city, that abundance of their delicacies. That's the same nigga who imports more than the EU. It's just, and the thing is, right? It's everything. I'm saying, and everything, you know, these brothers are saying, everything the brothers reading, right? We were taught by the apostles of Great Millstone.
Thank you, brother.
This is not, he's so deep, all of this. No, we're taught by great men through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And it's up to him who gets the glory to give us wisdom.
Thank you.
Teach you. Because really this is about salvation, man. It ain't about, just looking so good. He on the camera, he looks so good. No, that's not about that, man.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Well, what I was just pointing out as well, we're all men that have been taught. Okay, there ain't a man right now that hasn't been taught by somebody, man. You always follow somebody. Okay? Just like the Lord revealed the things to Peter, John, and the other disciples, they were taught. Okay, through the Spirit, through Yahweh Shai directly. Okay, but then there's others that learn from the disciples, the apostles later on. Okay? We all have teachers, man. Okay, you're not getting this on your own.
That's right.
Okay, so stop being proud that the Lord is dealing with you only directly and then you got all the breakdowns, man. Okay, no doubt, any breakdowns you got, you heard it from someone else, you got it from somebody else, man.
And any precept you have.
Okay, so don't be proud about stuff, man. We all have to acknowledge our teachers, man. Okay?
Hey, Salakia, well, didn't it say in the book of Malachi, the 4th chapter, Elijah was going to be in the last times to turn the hearts of the sons to their fathers and so forth, man. And our fathers are those head apostles, man. Them teachers that are teaching in spirit the truth, man. They're your real fathers.
Right, verse 16. And saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet.
So that's the reason why he was clothed in them things, because he went full stealing them things, man. The scripture says the thief cometh not but to steal, to kill and destroy, man. Go ahead.
And decked with gold and precious stones and pearls.
Because you went full stealing it, man.
For in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught.
In 60 minutes, man. So great riches.
They're missing, man.
Russia with love, you know? In 60 minutes, man, you know, it's a wild party, you know? But in 60 minutes, man, you're going to slow down, you know? You're just going to feel the fire, more fire.
Yeah, man, like we keep saying, man, they ain't going to be no Patriot missile system that's going to defend you, man. Okay? Most High going to deal with all of that, man. You got to take care of your missile defense system. You got to make sure the missiles land. Okay? So within an hour, like you said, the Russians, they got those missiles that can reach the US mainland within an hour, man. Okay, so once the missiles are launched, man, they ain't got much time to do shit. So when they land, and that's finished. It's game over for America, man.
No force field.
That's That's right.
Says something about the missiles ain't gonna turn back, man.
That's right. And they're
They
going
can't
to
return
one
it.
another.
They're gonna repent of themselves. They're gonna fulfill their mission. That's what it said. That's in
Joel.
There's a apocryphal, right?
2. No, and it says it. They shall not break their rank.
The horsemen and all that.
Yeah. Shall go up on the walls into the windows. Go ahead, up.
Yeah, back in verse 17. And every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea.
Trade by sea, because why? They sell abundantly to that country. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Stood afar off
No.
and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city?
Great city. The key word was the great city. Bro, can you read that scripture in Revelation? Yeah. In Revelation 11:8, the great city. So, what does it say?
It says, what city is like unto this great city?
And what's that great city? That great city is Babylon, right? Go ahead.
This is the book of
So here in Revelation 18, it's calling it a great city, right? And we're talking of Babylon the Great, right? So what does it say there?
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
So that great city Babylon is called what? Babylon, Egypt, Sodom, Assyria, Bosra, things as such. But it says a great city, which is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Now, the scripture says our people shall be sold unto Egypt, right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Which is that new spiritual Eden, spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Go ahead.
Shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
First of all, why do you have to go back to the land of Egypt in ships? If the land of Egypt and Israel have a border, you can walk through.
Well, yes, we walked out of Egypt.
And we walked out of Egypt.
we walked out of Egypt, so...
Well, why you need a trip, man?
Yeah. Hey, and if you go into the history, the so-called white man called it Egypt, all right, after the Ptolemaic dynasty, all right. But really, the word that's there is Martezayim. When you go into the root word of Mizraim or Martezayim in the Hebrew, it's Tazawar, which means it's synonymous with bondage.
Bondage.
So it really means bondage.
So I'm spiritually bondage, man.
Yeah.
That's spiritual. But it says we're sold there. Kind. That's right, man. Because even if you observe the currency, so-called, he has the pyramid. Now, why the fuck does it have the pyramid? In fact, there's actual towns and cities in America that's called after Egyptian names, like Memphis, and stuff like that, and Phoenix, things, and like the obelisks, man, there, infrastructure. In fact, in oh man, what's that place called, man? What's that place a couple months ago where there was a gunman on top of a roof in Vegas? There's a straight up pyramid there with a capstone and a light on it. There's an actual big pyramid. Yeah, there's actually and that actual pyramid, right? Because I actually did research. That actual big pyramid, was built to size scale of this pyramid on the dollar. The same pyramid is built to scale to that. So why the fuck are they doing that? Because why? That's the same spirit, and that spiritual Sodom and Egypt, and like that architecture, the idols and so on and so forth. It brings forth a wicked vibration, because really there are powers on the left hand side, which comes from the right hand side, if you understand.
Yeah.
And check this out. And when you type in Memphis on Google Images, look, you got a picture of a pyramid right there.
In Las Vegas.
Spiritually Sodom and Egypt.
That same spirit.
just a quick point on the vibration the brother was talking about. Because down there in the embankment, you got the sphinx, 2 sphinxes, looking like lion faces or whatever. And you got an obelisk there that came from ancient Egypt. Man.
See? Why?
When you're around that area, man, you can feel it's a demonic area, man. Like, you know, brothers tried to do videos there a number of times, and the tides will start rising and all that shit. It's really, and the weather starts to get a bit of cold. It's a really demonic vibe that it gives off, you know. The brother's right. Because that all goes back to witchcraft anyway. Yeah. There's some demons that are, you know, encamping around those idols and all that, man. Demons, man.
So it says spiritually Sodom and Egypt. So guess what? We've actually got like a link in the scriptures of Babylon and Egypt, where he was sold to in ships. That's America, man. That's America. So Babylon the Great is America, man. So let's see what's going to happen to Babylon the Great. Get that in Isaiah 13 and start from verse 1 and then skip to like 19 on down. You got something?
Yeah. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 43. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon and make her afraid. Talking about the missiles. They shall come to her and besiege her, the star and all wrath. And they shall pour out upon her, and then shall the dust and smoke go up unto heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her.
That's it, man. That's it. Keep going up. You read that, Isaiah?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
Vision, man. Go ahead.
Verse 2.
So what was that first verse there?
The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
And it's right there in your hand, man. It's right there in your hand. It's the Bible that banner.
I've got something quick for you. We just read that first verse. This is the burden of Babylon. This is Isaiah 19 and 1. It says the burden of Egypt.
See?
It says, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. Talk about when the Yahweh Shai comes with the chariots. He's going to come into Egypt, aka Babylon the Great, with those numerous Samaritan angels in them chariots, man. What the white man calls UFOs. So the same way it says the burden of Babylon, it equates with the burden of Egypt. Same thing, same spirit, same empire,
judgment.
same empire, same judgment.
Because you know, you go back, none of these judgments that we're speaking about now ever happened to Egypt or Babylon or any of these other places, man. This is all future prophecy, man. Talking about the same place.
Same place. And it says that actually the same thing is going to get hit with the missiles. As I carry on reading real quick, it says, the burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, it says, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
America's full of idols, man.
Yeah,
You said it about Sin City.
there's countless.
Talked about Sin City.
Yeah.
All them different idols that they got over there.
The Capitol building, man.
Yeah, Capitol building. Yeah.
That's actually built after a Greek temple, man.
Yeah.
It's actually was designed after them fucking Greek temples, man. Why is that? Oh, you know, 'cause it look nice.
There's reason. Sin City.
Sin City, which is funny, you know when you go to the term Sin Cities, there's countless Sin Cities across the world, like across the earth. You know, you can type it in. And it turns out we've got a Sin City here in London, in Soho. I wonder why.
That's definitely Sin City.
See, but it's that same spirit. But the actual most exalted Sin City is in America. And it's funny, you know what's funny? You know there's a Sin City in Pink City. In Tel Aviv. There's a Sin City. In the right.
How can you even have that in the land of Israel, man?
But it's the same faces, the same Edomites, man. You know?
It says, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. It says, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Talking about that ICBM missiles and that, the chariot beams that are going to be shooting down in America, blowing that smithereens. Go back to it.
Oh, Salaka, yeah, it was this one.
Finish it. This is back in Isaiah chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountains, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
That's what we're doing now. Go ahead.
I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger.
That's right.
Even them that rejoice in my highness.
That's right.
The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people.
Like as of the great people. That's talking about the missiles. Get two. Go ahead.
A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
It says the kingdoms of nations because why? Their actual fucking armaments. Look at this guy. Look at this. See that? See that? He's basically that's Lord put a demon on him where who's drooling on his top and his best spit on his chest. That's right, because them foul spirits are amongst us. You know, the scripture says where the servants are, you have Satan in the midst, man. And Satan just walking up the road, man. He probably got McDonald's, man. Go ahead.
It says.
And chicken McNuggets.
like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together, the Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
That's right, because he's sealed in the men of war to just do their thing, man. So that's why you see these worldwide tensions, because why he mustereth the battle, man. Go ahead.
It says they come from a far country.
You feel, oh, hey, these people. No, it's talking about the missiles, man. That's them, man. Still. No, it's talking about the missiles coming from a far country, man. You know, from a far country, man. You know,
Russia.
From
China.
Russia with love, man.
Yeah.
From Britain.
Europe.
At the end of holiday, like he ain't come to visit. Hey, how you doing, man? You know. Well, yeah, actually go visit, but he's staying there, man.
It's a brief visit.
Yeah, he's staying there because he hasn't got a visa, man. You know, he's coming to visit. He's staying there.
I would say we'll be brief, man. How have you gotten?
Yeah, short visit. You know, it's a short visit. Go ahead.
They come from a far country, from the end of heaven.
From the end of heaven. What's spoken? Get 2 Ezra 16 and 13. Well, what's spoken of in the scriptures coming from the ends of the worlds? Go ahead. Can you read that point again, though?
It says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven.
Yeah, they come from a far country as a great people from the end of heaven, from the end of the world. Go ahead.
2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss.
Never miss.
When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
In the ends of the world. So that comes from, it says what? It says what?
It says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven.
Now look, man, I don't care how much tricep curls and bicep curls and power squats and burpees, you know, you do. You ain't gonna shoot a fucking arrow from here to Spain, are you? You know, you know, strength your neck. You know, it's not gonna work. Hey man, it ain't gonna work. It's talking about the ICBMs, man. Which go ahead in Ezra's.
And it says,
Go to the
verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent.
The plagues are sent. And what's the plague, man? In Zechariah, do you read it? Go ahead.
And shall not return again.
Yeah, so it's that's what the brother was saying, man. It's actually coming there for a short stay, but staying there.
Doctor's visit.
Yeah, come for a doctor's visit.
Vacation.
Yeah.
until they come upon the earth.
Yeah. So it says what? That plague ain't gonna come. Basically, it's staying on the earth, man. Go ahead.
The fire is kindled.
The fire is kindled. The fire of that plague is kindled, baby. You know, and that's what's gonna happen in this World War III, man. You know. Go ahead.
And shall not be put out.
Oh yeah. Ain't gonna work.
Yeah, with the helicopters, you know, the helicopters with the water
Spray. America's finest, firefighters. We're gonna fight the blaze.
Yeah. That ain't
Not in
happening,
that
man.
day. Not in that day.
It ain't gonna work.
That shit will evaporate before it hits the earth, man.
It ain't gonna work. Okay.
And it says, till it consumed the foundation of the earth.
Every blood clot.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer.
The bow, the arrow. If you read in Jeremiah 50, it says, all you that bend the bow, shoot at her, at Babylon, man.
War.
But this one, it says what? It shall be shot in the ends of the earth, man.
Yep.
It's the same thing. Go ahead.
And if I can say this, Salakia, that bow would be the nuclear silos that are stationed all over the place. They got nuclear silos that you don't even on a farmland. They would just open up the ground. They show you that in the film.
Terminator film.
Genesis, Terminator Genesis. All the fucking missiles just get shot at all these remote different locations, and that would be the boat. That would be the nuclear silos. All right.
You might be standing at a bus stop.
And that's a good depiction of what the boat is going into, man, because it is shot from all the ends of the earth.
All the ends of the earth.
Coming, to make it intercontinental ballistic war.
Yeah.
Setting up positions all around. Setting up
Show you
positions.
that X-Men Apocalypse as well.
That's it.
That's right.
You might be standing there trying to catch 243 and then fucking silo. I'll put up underneath.
Come about of the goal.
Yeah.
Told you in the book of Job, come about.
Yeah,
Let's
Job.
talk about the sun.
Fire blown,
Fire not blown. Job 20. Go ahead.
And it says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer.
Like, not an arrow.
Just
like
it.
Just as.
or glittering spear.
Or as horsemen.
That's it.
It's not talking about some angel getting down on a horse flying down, man.
Also says there's many things. There's glittering sword.
Yeah.
Arrow even says they're hellstones, man.
Yeah, hailstones as well.
Many different definitions.
Descriptive similes.
Yeah, man. So basically, the men back then, prophets, they used everything.
The terms they had.
The terms that they had.
Yeah.
To describe